Hello, welcome back. More Binding of Isaac AfterBirth Plus. We'll do another Maggie run today. Hopefully it's nowhere near as slow as it was yesterday. So we start with an Excel basement. And our seed is T602XF0H. And almost immediately we lose our Devil Deal chance. Which is fantastic, it's a good start. And of course with it being a Curse of the XL floor, that statistically means you're less likely to receive the same number of Devil Deal chances, although it's a bit of a can be a bit of a crapshoot either way. We are still talking about percentage roll chances. We may as well. Retrovision is an all-time classic. Oh, blimey. I'll take Sagittarius for the penetrative shots, which are going to be most helpful. I've never really noticed that effect before in a Isaac character, that Sagittarius gives you like a sort of what am I trying to say? Like a body, not body modification, but it's like a skin change. There you go. Use your words. It's always good. Okay, so that's the boss room. I think it's still worth doing due diligence there and seeing if I can find the second item room. And if I get really lucky finding the shop. Well, not getting lucky and finding the shop, but getting lucky and making the shop worthwhile. Shop's there, unless that's a library or a something else kind of room that escapes my mind. Commentary's on point today. There we go. It's probably still worth popping all of these poops just to see if we can get 5 cents or more. I know deal with the devil chances likely go on, that's 5 cents. But maybe killing the bosses and then having a buffer for the next floor will be a good idea. So let's hunt down the second item room and see what we can find. Maybe we'll get a tinted rock along the way. Maybe explore the rest of the floor before deciding if that's worthwhile or not. Okay, so our item room is definitely here. It's not exactly what I wanted to see, but this might be one of those beggars can't be choosers kind of situations. It was probably okay all in all. Mum's bra would have been fine there, but I don't know, I think with Maggie's movement speed I'm far happier maintaining a Yom Heart just for peace of mind, really. So I've got 11 cents, but only one key, so what I think I'll do is I'll pop this. If I get a key, I'll go to the shop which I didn't, but I've got a spirit heart anyway, so that's good. So the coupon. I think I'm best served in just replacing my key there. So Ragman is going to be a pain in the ass, just guess what Ragman is. However, we might be able to do somewhat better here, given that we've got some penetrative shots, so will in effect deal double damage. If we can get the shots to go through the head and hit the body at the same time. Okay, well, Pageant Boy is not brilliant, but not the worst thing in the world either. And I get the feeling this is just going to be one of those slow, meandering Maggie style runs. Yep. But this is what slow movement speed and base damage looks like, again, with Maggie. Okay, we get more HP. Which is fine, but it doesn't really do anything for DPS purposes. And there we go again. And again, just in case I wasn't sure the first time. I just really need an enabler of some description. Yeah, there's almost nothing I could do about that, I don't think. This is going fantastic. Really, am I gonna seriously die in this room and make an 8-minute Isaac run? Jesus Christ, what's going on? Oh well, here we go. Yeah, so that's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, what can you say? We'll just wait half an hour to kill this guy. Yep. This is just going to be one of those days. Extra money is of course nice. At least if we can get through this room, we'll get another heart back, which we did, which is absolutely fine. I have no idea how I didn't get hit there, but I got hit there just to make up for it. And there just to make sure. And that's that. Awesome. So here's your real seed today. It is TDVB LT7P. So that was a little 4 or 5 streak just gone. Never mind. It's gonna happen. Maybe the game will feel sorry for me. I don't think telepathy for dummies really does it, but there you go. Okay, I think the devil card was a better card there. This is just one of those long annoying rooms when you've got base damage. You just end up doing big circles, and I've painted myself into a corner there. That's fine. Yeah, did it again, so that's brilliant. Learned from my mistakes there. So we won't paint ourselves into a corner there, and what we'll do is we'll just stand back and pick them off. Even if it takes about 20 million years to do it. Slowly, slowly does it. Gurgling's almost Maggie's worst nightmare. So we'll try and speed this up a bit. And we get crackjacks, which is awesome. Okay, basement 2. There we go, Tinted Rock, hopefully get a couple of Spirit Hearts. No. Fantastic. $0.15, so if we find a key or a couple of keys, then the shop's going to be worthwhile. No keys, but found the shop. Don't know if fires can drop a key, but we're not exactly setting any land speed records at the moment, so may as well take the time to pop all of these, see what happens. Proved to be a complete waste of time, but you never know. That guy just gave up on life, I can't blame him. Okay, so Spoon Bender is a definite improvement. It's not going to set the world on fire, but it will help. Nothing wrong with 2 of diamonds either, outside of not having any keys. That's probably a fairly lucky dodge there. There you go, got rid of the extras, so we'll just take it nice and slow in Monstro, don't do anything stupid. And just over the course of about 15 years, slowly whittle his health down. Nearly there, there we go. So we've got multi-dimensional baby, and I think that's 7 seals. So end up taking the 3 multi-dimensional baby because we had an HP upgrade. Multi-dimensional baby is probably going to prove to be mildly useful through the course of the run, but it's not something that you can really count on to set your run on fire. Okay, key's absolutely fine there. This So I would have expected Spoonbender to be able to hit the guys from there, but it's, as you can see, it's just not doing anything. It's not attempting to curve in. Even with this guy, it's just not attempting to curve in at all. I don't know if that's because our shot speed's too high, too low. Maybe it's just bad AI, bad programming, who knows. But as you can probably see, when we do get a multi-dimensional baby shot, it is a hell of a lot more powerful than our standard shots. But it's taking about 10 years to kill anything in any given room at the moment. There we go, one final hit for good measure, look at that. This weird shaped map. And now we're going to get chased down by these guys, take a whole bunch of damage because I haven't got the speed to be able to deal with it. So chuck a bomb in there. As you can probably tell, I'm very hot on this run and the preceding run. Yeah, feeling very good about it. Definitely feeling like I'm getting my Isaac sea legs right back underneath me, because you know I can't take out any of these guys before I get chased down by the pack. Okay, found the boss room, that's fine. So just need to find the item room next, I believe. Another key would also be nice, thing to make use of the shop as well. We've got enough money to make it worthwhile. I don't think it's worth... yeah, may as well. I don't think it's worth gambling that the shop has got a key in it. Yeah, funny game. Okay, so we're forced to deal with this, are we? May as well pop the golden boots, see what we've got in them. So if we know if we can get some form of flying, then that's worth going back and doing that. I think this room was just set up for us to lose some form of HP. As you can see, our homing shots were doing a stellar job. Very useful and worthwhile. Brother Bobby. It's hard not to sound too salty, but then you go, you're looking for a bit of help, and what do you get? You get Brother Bobby. I thought it was probably worth buying everything there. I think we probably still needed a fanny pack just for the item unlock. Stain shouldn't be too bad. I don't think I'm going to do anything much with a 11.5% deal with the devil chance. And yet another HP upgrade. So survivability is absolutely fine. Everything else is pretty poor. And I think this is going to be one of those rooms when I can't kill the mobs fast enough to deal with the spawner. I don't know what some of these dodges are, but I'm riding my luck somewhat at the moment. Tears down, lovely. Another room where it's going to take about 50 million years to clear. Okay, that explosion didn't clear the egg sac because reasons, I guess. Oh, this is delightful. I'm thankful that they're not the ones that chase you down, otherwise I had a real problem. As it happens, it wasn't so bad. So on the computer side, everything is still going fine. Yeah, that was going to happen. So I'm tempted to think it was just a glitch. I downloaded a couple of programs to test the memory and test the CPU. Can't speak. CPU. Everything turned up fine, no issues. Well, the only issue is apparently there was something wrong with the Adobe Creative Cloud sort of installer or update programmy thingy-majig. Apparently that wasn't booting up correctly, but outside of that, no issues identified. But then YouTube, when uploading my last video, decided to keep it stuck on 56% for about 15 hours, so I ended up having to clear the page and starting that again, which is lovely. Thankfully it did pick it up from about 56% and then re-uploaded. I think I'm going to stick with the focusing. So yeah, everything did upload after a while. I mean, that's on YouTube's end, that's not anything PC related. So hopefully I won't need to buy a new PC anytime soon. So it's always a relatively expensive outlay. But I've got it in the back of my mind that it is something that needs to come, so maybe in the next few months I'll be looking at that as something as a bit of a future-proofing exercise. I haven't got any keys left. Never mind. And I'm boxed in. So what Skinny Up Mushroom did was lowered my damage somewhat, but increased the fire rate down to the cap. So I think overall net effect is that DPS goes up by virtue of having a capped fire rate, but obviously individual damage is way down. But it's a start. He says as we get a greed fight. I'm not sure if that was a random enemy just dropping that key or if greed steals keys as well. Okay, well, Bighorn is a big pain in the you-know-what. This is going to be a fairly slow going fight. Oh. I wasn't really counting on a deal with a devil chance anyway. .5% stranger things have happened, no? He could be done here, he is done there. Okay. Range and luck is not going to set the world on fire, but it's not bad either. Oh, for God's sake. I'd forgotten how bad starting off as it was when you hadn't unlocked a good portion of the items. Or maybe I'm just getting fairly unlucky rolls, or just being fairly bad, or a combination of all three at the start. Who knows? That's probably worth a bomb for a key. There you go. Of course, now any damage or upgrades that we get, providing they don't reduce my fire rate, are going to be fantastic. Why did a troll bomb drop there? Is that a missing page? We got a spirit heart. The lesser seen. Okay, not sure where he was off to. Also, now we've broken into his cap, and I didn't realise cancer could do that. That's obviously a huge improvement. He's got to sort this Gatling gun effect. Ooh. Not sure how I escaped through that, but escaped I did. It's one down. Let's wait for this last guy to pop. And of course, if the enemies are susceptible to knockback, then you can almost get them pinned in a corner without them being able to do anything. So we get tarot cloth. I'll take the spirit heart. I'll take that one as well. That's starter deck. I'll try and go deeper. Yeah. I'm fairly happy with those choices. So there may be signs now that things are improving. Bollocks. Did we go down? We did not. So it doesn't seem like these globins or goblins, whatever you call them, can actually move through the shots at the rate of fire that we're putting out. Which is obviously a positive. Going down seems to be a complete waste of time, but at least I know. Which way was it? Was it up? Or was it down? It was up. So found the item room, got full health, mix of spirit and red hearts. So Book of Shadows was definitely interesting. No, I don't want that. So it wasn't that way. And then was it down? No, it definitely wasn't down. Then up? No, because that's the shop. Well, we've got 15 cents, so... Take the nightlight. Okay, so it looks like we've got 4 in total. There we go. Lots of goodies. But goodies are affected by the knockback as well, so as long as we can sort of keep them in eye line, then they shouldn't be able to punch through, and I can have effective escapes. Yeah, I think Dead Cat was more than worth it there. I think there was one more Spirit Heart up here somewhere, wasn't there? I'm not going to go too far. No, I won't. So that floor was a definite improvement. So a big thing to do now is I'd like to raise my speed up slightly. And any kind of DPS improvement is going to be fantastic. I'm not sure that I can truly call it a 1-1. Well, it's definitely more workable than what I was facing before. Of course, the problem with enemies that are subject to huge knockback is that they can move in directions that you don't really intend them to move. It's almost like having soy milk levels. I'm excited. I think it lasts the floor, so this is going to be a pain in the backside. Is it the floor or is it the room? Can't recall. Somewhat awkward room to face a couple of monstros in. These skulls don't make it any more helpful. Definitely more effective at killing enemies. Let's try and min-max this a bit. Let's clear a couple of these rooms. That was dumb. I didn't even see the fire there. I'm grateful for the spirit heart, but egg sac bombs aren't gonna do it. I think car battery with Book of Sin is probably okay. That was fairly dumb. I was trying to get the mom's knife, transformation knife, to do a bit of damage, but probably isn't something that I really should be aiming to do. And then if it happens, it happens, and that's just a bonus. So I used the... God damn it. I didn't use the god damn it. I used the tower just to clear a bit of dodging room out. Because I'm still pretty slow. I'm not at my comfortable dodging speed, or the speed at which I'm comfortable dodging at. Well, I took Little Brimstone there because he might actually turn out to be the best source of damage that we've got. Of course, this could turn out to be a massive, huge mistake, but I think I'll really be looking at the double payouts from the car battery to really help me along, and hopefully I'll get lucky and build my HP up to relatively decent levels. That's the theory, at least. So I'm going to go with the theory that if Little Brimstone hits something fantastic, but it's not something that I'm necessarily going to aim for. This is where being stubborn probably isn't a good character trait to have. Oh, come on. I suppose there's a very outside chance of even getting the Goppy transformation. But I think it was good to touch it nonetheless. So, and I think taking the car battery is working out to be pretty good for us. Little Brimstone is going to prove to be somewhat helpful as long as he stays lined up. This is where it would be good to have Dark Bomb as well. We seem to be dropping a lot of red hearts on the floor. have no idea why I talk about I'm excited hill. I think this is one of those runs that you can have that's going to go one or two ways, that it's not going to take very much to trap us into an endless pit of death, or you could get several lucky payouts and then have enough HP where you're absolutely fine. Or maybe through the power of not breathing when I'm ever trying to make some of these dodges. It couldn't just be Skull X, it had to be Skull X with about 50 million mobs in it as well. Well, unfortunately, it's just one of those boss fights that again is going to take about 50 million years because I've got no effective damage. Skullix is one of these bosses that just doesn't care about knockback so much. And because of the nature of the damage that we do, it's just going to be a long fight. And trying to time the brimstone shots to effect that they'll catch the tail. But last floor in all likelihood. I was wondering what it was going to take for one of those guys to pop up. I think what I'm hoping for is enough HP that the mob fight can just be tanked through. Unless I get a lucky Steven or some other kind of damage up. Piss off. Yeah, getting lots of help. Oh, they were almost like the perfect counter enemy. Can't really stay around long enough to do them significant amounts of damage, and they have cross beams. But it's all good. No, didn't need to do that. Never mind. Okay, some of these noises are a bit disturbing. So the question is, do I risk it? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 HP, I've got a 2 of hearts. That should be good. He says. Oh well, this is not a good sign. Okay, it can take one more hit. I can take 2 more hits, but I can take 1 more hit and still be safe. There's a heart on the floor there. Which way are we going? Oh, you bastard. That turned out to be a lot closer than I ever intended or wanted it to be. But another win. Well, it's not really another win, is it? Because we lost our first run. There you go. If you like the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you next time.